I tell you peoples, Nick Sirianni is the man. He's the man. And to see him bring in the amount of competition at multiple positions he did, I'm going to be loving it during preseason and training camp. Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole. Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! That was crazy! Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful life. Happy Mother's Day to yous. Without yous, you couldn't pop us out. And there is none of us. There is nobody. I guess there's no humans because there's no population, there's no reproduction, there's no family, there's no kids, no babies, all that. So thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to all of you guys. And, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to be trying to smoke up some ribs on my new Traeger. How the hell do I do it? I don't know. I've been looking at YouTube videos like all morning trying to figure it out. We'll see. But I can't wait to do it. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Now, I want to talk today a little about what is coming up for the Eagles in training camp. Because there are three main positions, three specific positions that I think are absolutely 100% fascinating. They're going to be fascinating battles that I'm going to be. Every preseason game is going to be big. It's going to be big. And I know how it gets. You you love it. Preseason's coming. You're all excited. Then they have the first preseason game. And by the first drive, you're ready for the regular season start. I think this year is going to be a little different because there are going to be some tremendous battles going on. The first one I want to talk about is the linebacker position. You have a lot of young linebackers, all of which, have, I thought, shown a little something, but not enough that they deserve to start. They're the guy, they're their future. I would have loved to see the Eagles draft JOK because I love him. But they didn't. And, we're going to go in with guys like TJ Edwards. I think TJ Edwards, out of probably all the linebackers, I think he's the best. Now, some people may say, no, Alex Singleton the best, but it's Alex Singleton, he has baby arms. A little too small, got to get bigger. Alex Singleton definitely showed up, and I think he's going to take the next step. But I like TJ Edwards. Alex Singleton, you can't deny the guy of what he did, right? He had a great season. He had opportunity. He took advantage of it. I think he needs to get a little bigger, but I like him too. Then you have Sean Bradley. I thought Sean Bradley didn't get enough time to play last year. I really think him and Davion Taylor didn't get enough opportunities. And when Davion Taylor did, it was really kind of late in the season, then he gets hurt. But if you look at Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor, TJ Edwards, you add Wilson, and then you have Alex Singleton, I think you got decent linebackers. And Wilson, he is going to start. I think TJ Edwards starts. And I want to see the other battles. I want to see what happens. But which one of these linebackers takes the next step, seizes the opportunity to be a starter, be a foundational piece to this defense? That is going to be the question. Remember, the thing with Wilson is that you're bringing him in, but he's only here for 1 year. We don't know that he's going to come back. But if he's playing good during the season, I try to get him signed to an extension or something like that. But the linebacking position is going to be a very interesting battle. However, it is not going to be as interesting as these other two positions we're about to talk about. The running back position. We all know the Eagles picked up Kerryon Johnson off of waivers. Great pickup, fantastic pickup, and I think that the Eagles definitely did the right thing here. When I look at Kerryon Johnson, I see his prime competition with Jordan Howard. The thing with Kerryon Johnson is he's got some speed, man. When he gets going, second level, he's fast. He can move. He can catch out of the backfield. Great pass blocker. And he's got some size. He can run hard. He can pick up short yardage. So I think he is prime candidate to go up against Jordan Howard for that number 2 running back spot. Okay, I think those two guys are really going to do battle. That's kind of how I'm seeing it, right? And then you look. Well, I think Miles is safe, but then you have Boston Scott. You have Boston Scott, and you have Professor Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, I said this is my channel membership video. Kenneth Gainwell. When I hear the name Kenneth Gainwell, I think of Professor Doctor. Paging Professor Kenneth Gainwell, please come to the laboratory. You know what I mean? Like, he sounds like a professor. So, to me, he's Professor Kenneth Gainwell. But you take him, you take Boston Scott, and they are going to compete for that job. I think they're both going to compete for that 3rd running back spot. I think, just based upon what I've seen of Kenneth Gainwell, I think he can do everything Boston Scott can do, but I think he can do it better. I think he could do it better. And I would say going into this all season, or to this training camp, Kenneth Gainwell, to me, is going to have an advantage over Boston Scott. And I would not be surprised if you see Boston Scott get cut. I would not be surprised. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have it where it's Miles Sanders, Kerryon Johnson, Kenneth Gainwell, your top 3. Maybe they keep somebody. Maybe they keep Howard. Maybe they keep Boston Scott. Maybe they keep a Huntley. And then possibly Boston Scott or Jordan Howard both go. I could see it happening. It's an open competition. And this is why Nick Sirianni's smart. Because he knows that competition brings out the best in players. It brings out the best in players. And the most fascinating position, I think, to watch is going to be the wide receiver position. Because all of a sudden, the Eagles, a team a few years ago that had no real wide receivers, okay? They had Alshon Jeffrey that was too big. He looked like a tight end. They had the umbrella man who stinks. Then they had Nelson Aguilar, can't catch nothing. And, yeah, I know. People are saying, dude, I always talk about Nelson Aguilar. He helped us win the Super Bowl. The reason I'm talking about Nelson Aguilar is because he stinks. That's why. I think he stinks. All I'll ever remember is the Atlanta game, Monday Night Football. I can't get it. I can't do it, Nelson. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Nelson, Nelson, Nelson. He stinks. Gonna make Patriot fans drink. Thank you very much. Very talented guy, but up here. Anyways, I don't want to talk about him. But anyways, this year, you have a lot of wide receivers. You have Devontae Smith, your number 1 receiver, who I love. Okay, so he's a lock. He's going to make this team. Jalen Reagor, he's going to make this team just on the fact that he was the 1st-round pick the year before. So those 2 guys make the team. Then I think it gets very, very murky, very, very interesting. Because I think you're going to have, on the other side of Devontae Smith, you're going to have a battle. It's going to be between Fulgham, Quez Watkins, John Hightower, Grimes, and the Umbrella Man. Okay? And then I think you have Greg Ward, who is going to battle Reagor in the slot. I think Greg Ward Jr. will make this team, even if he's a backup slot receiver. Okay? Which becomes interesting when you look at Fulgham, Watkins, Hightower, Grimes, and the Umbrella Man. I don't think the Umbrella Man makes this team, but look, you never know. I mean, you never really know, right? Because what if they develop him? I'm not counting on it, but, we'll see. And you have, this kid Grimes. I'm telling you, I think this kid's a player. I think he's going to make this roster. So if I had to do an early prediction of who gets cut, who makes it, I think Quez Watkins, I think he could definitely take that outside spot. I think Fulgham could too. So I'm going to say Quez Watkins, Fulgham make it. I'm going to say Ward makes it with Reagor and Devontae Smith. And I'm going to say, if I had to guess, and this is just an early prediction, I'll do these as we get closer to training camp, but I think the 2 guys really could be the odd men out. The Umbrella Man and John Hightower. Now, John Hightower has shown some talent. He definitely has some talent. But I could see a situation where, You have Devontae Smith on one side. You have Watkins, Fulgham on the other battling out. You have Rager in the slot with his backup being Greg Ward Jr. And you have Fulgham, Watkins, and then boom, Hightower, he's traded or gone. Umbrella Man, he's gone. Okay? I could see a situation where that's going to be. That's why, like, out of all the preseasons we've had in years, this is one of the most exciting ones. I gotta tell you, this is one of the most exciting ones I've seen because the Eagles, they have real competition, you know? And look, competition brings out the best in others. This team is going to go as Jalen Hurts goes, no question about it. And we got to get a little lucky, too. I mean, it'd be nice to have health on the offensive line. We're getting Lane back. We're getting Brooks back. We're going to have Kelsey. If they can stay healthy, Jalen Hurts develops. These guys battle it out at receiver, running back, and linebacker and develop, and some of these guys can play. The Eagles can win this division. No question about it. And we got the schedule coming up later this week. It's going to be fun. Cannot wait to see how it pans out. I'm really interested in that Raiders game. I may go to it if possible. But it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. What are your favorite battles that we're looking forward to? I know we're a long way off, but I still can't help but sit there and think about all this stuff. It's going to be fun. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat. It is happening again. It is happening again. And this always happens to me when I have a planned flight out for a month or less. I start to get freaked out because if you don't know something about me, I hate to fly. I absolutely hate it. I believe it's not safe. I don't like it. And I have to go cross country. I wanted to drive. The wife didn't want to drive. So now we have to fly. And I'm starting to have nightmares. I dreamt yesterday that I got on this plane and it was a rusty plane. Barely nobody could fit on it. I sit down and I go to put my seatbelt on and there's a snake sitting there. And the snake is put in place of the seatbelt. I hate snakes. All right? And then they make you wear the face mask now, right? You got to wear the face mask on the plane. Well, I couldn't breathe because I was already hyperventilating. I had the mask on. It was horrible. And I look out and the window, and the wing is on fire in this dream. And it's getting ready to go down. And all of a sudden I pass out. I wake up. Nightmare. I hate flying. And it's not safe. And nobody thinks it's safe. And this is why I think that. Every time I fly, when the plane lands, everybody starts clapping. What the hell are you clapping for? You're clapping because you didn't think you were going to make it. That's why you're clapping. Because when I get off the highway, I don't start clapping. You're only clapping because you thought it was a 50-50 shot. What the hell are we doing here? Somebody help me.